Tonight we're going to talk about the fundamentals of a private trust, man. I'm not the most learned individual when it comes to trust knowledge. You know, there's people who know a lot more than I do. I feel like in some communities, in some private communities, all over the world, but more specifically within the United States, within America, North and South, that there are 14, 15-year-olds who were, privately taught trust that know more than I do. But nonetheless, I really wanted to get into, the fundamentals of private contract business trust, man. Like, I mean, I've been, I've launched this campaign, so to speak, against the so-called trust gurus. Campaign against the so-called 12 steps to go private, 12 steps to set up your trust, all these things. Hate them, can't stand them. I really very rarely, if ever, say names. You know what I mean? Very rarely. Because, these fools ain't worth the breath coming out of my voice box. These so-called wannabe gurus. But nonetheless, there's a lot of people that are really drawn. Because, a lot of us come up and we like, man, there's something like that really in the back of my mind, I can't just get rid of it. There's something wrong, there's something going on. And with that so-called knowledge or that internal, understanding or knowledge, a lot of us, get drawn to a lot of weird, quirky stuff, man. Weird information on the internet. Weird information when it comes to these internet gurus and stuff, you know what I mean? Really, it's sad because, it ends up taking people's time and it ends up taking people's money. And ultimately, you messing people's life, man. I like to say over and over again, there's over 80 different types of trust, man. I've done a lot of studies on trust law and contract law. A lot of studies. Lots. And I will continue to. But there's over 80 different types of trust, man. And it's really easy to get confused, man. And it's not due to your ignorance or, you're stupid or anything like that. And then a lot of us don't like to ask questions, to get clarification because people be clowning us. Oh, you don't know. You don't know, huh? Are you serious? And that's just too bad, It's really too bad. But it is what it is. And with all these different jurisdictions and these different, laws and common law and public law and private law and tort law and legislative law and public law, it's just like, it's easy to get confused with this stuff. So let's look. I'm just gonna keep it simple. I like to keep it simple, and I like to keep it real. Seeker of truth. Speaker of truth. So L is a mission. The foundation is a charity. Put them together, it's a charitable mission. And that mission is to, disseminate this real stuff, this real information, man. Quit playing with my people, man. So where it is it's like, look. Most Americans are unaware that they have a choice to decide which set of laws, common or statutory, that they want to invoke to manage their personal and business affairs. Personal and business affairs. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, common law is contractual right, which is incapable of revision or modification and cannot be statutorily abridged. To most Americans, including probably you, common law is not important, it has no authority. As to compare to thousands of statutory laws and regulations created by legislatures and government administrators each year. But that would be false. It is false. According to Crocker versus McCloy, 649 U.S. 39 at 270, a trust organization consisting of the United States constitutional right of contract, which cannot be abridged. The agreement, when executed, becomes a federal organization and not under the laws passed by any of the several legislatures. See, the thing is, like, from, a 12-step kind of program or something, without doing the proper research, you'll never come across something like this. You'll never come across a Supreme Court citation and ruling that supports what I, that defines and specifically articulates what I just read. Most will sell you a 12-step Fisher-Price My First Trust Kit. I'm telling you. Get your Fisher-Price My First. Look, I got my first trust kit, and they're pulling, on my leg and stuff. I want you to look at it, and then send me the trust document, and then get mad and stuff. Me. I point out on the 5th page how it's all tore off. Instead of saying good job. Most these gurus will sell you a 12-step Fisher-Price My First Trust Kit. When it comes to mentorship and administration, opening bank accounts, titling vehicles, properties, real estate, etc., where are the 12-steppers? 12-steppers doing their dance. They 12-stepping right out of here. 12-step their dance. Like blah blah, you turn around, it's like poof. All you see is like, what is it, steam in the air, man? You know what I'm saying? Molecules. Go dark, change their number, stop answering the phone, stop replying to emails. Why? Because you have exhausted their knowledge. That's why. A lot of people, they flaky, blah. Why people flaky? They be bluffing. Why? Because you call them on their bluff. I got I got the illest car, $5,000. All right, man, pick me up. Well, actually, I got a lot of stuff going on, man. I can't. Straight out McBluffing, 12-step dancing with their Fisher-Price kit for my first trust kit. And they can't help you beyond the 12 steps that they give you, man. That's not trustee training. But, hey, do your dance. Defined by law dictionaries and the courts, common law consists of those principles, usages, and rules of action applicable to government and security of persons and property which do not rest for their authority upon any express and positive declaration of the will of a legislature. One more time. Common law consists of those principles, usages, and rules of action applicable to government and security of persons and property which do not rest for their authority upon any expressed positive declaration. Expressed, written, positive law, positive declaration of the will of a legislature, positive law, man's law. Basically saying the common law exists regardless of a man's law, legislative law, positive law. That's Bishop versus D.C. 34 F 415 418. Article 6, Section 2, y'all, of the Constitution of the United States declares that the United States Constitution is the supreme law of the land, and the constitutional provisions and laws of any state to the contrary is notwithstanding or unenforceable. No state shall pass any law impairing an obligational contract. All states are inseparable from the United States of America, and the United States Constitution is the supreme law of the land. On the other hand, statutory law binds the procedural structure and creates entities that arise out of privileges derived only from the state. Man, where is it? It's on the bottom. It's probably on the bottom. It is. Federal and state and local statutory and regulatory authority is created by corporate United States or state constitutional mandate or the charter of a municipality to regulate the government and to create the guidelines for the government's limitations with regard to protect civil rights of private citizens. And it's why Chris L. with the passport no social, he tells those officers and those police enforcers, policy enforcers, that he's not a part of the municipality. And they'd be like, what? Is constitutionally authority for Congress to create statutory and regulatory laws is authorized under Article 1, Section 8. This authority is limited to implementing the delegated powers listed in Article 1. Regulating elected or appointed officials, administrative agencies, and courts. The courts have ruled that entities created under the jurisdiction of statutes or regulations, such as corporations, associations, statutory trusts, sole proprietor businesses, partnerships, etc., do not have common law rights such as an individual. Statutory law entities are creatures of the state and owe their existence and charter power to the state. A state chartered or sanctioned entity can make no contracts not authorized by its charter license. These statutory chartered entities are presumed to have been created for the benefit of the public, not for private enterprise. And that was in Hale versus Henkel, which is one of the coldest cases you can read if you're trying to understand public versus private trust. Most people today feel that or act as if they must ask the state or the county, the city, the IRS, their attorneys, the accountants, doctors, religious leaders, etc., what to do in their private and personal affairs. Man, most people are scared to make a decision on their own. The traditional probate avoidance revocable inter vivos living trust is the perfect example of a statutory law creation of the state. It is called a living trust because someone's life is connected to or associated with the creation and termination of the trust. The entire lifespan of the living trust is linked to the creator, who can gift real or personal property to the trust by a written agreement, whose structure and content earned by the state. While the grantor is alive, all they put into the living trust is a gift, and the matter of ownership is clear and concise, thus avoiding antiquated probate system. This is a living trust. This is a statutory trust. This is a legislative trust. This is one of them dances that you ain't trying to do. However, living trust cannot operate businesses. I'm going to tell you right now, one of the biggest dances that we do, contract private business trust. There's a business trust that's contract to private can operate a business, Sam. There can be no legislative restrictions on a contract entity upon execution that becomes a federal entity. It doesn't come under the laws of the several legislatures. Living trusts, statutory living trusts, cannot operate businesses. They are strictly a vehicle for transferring an estate from one generation to another. Upon the death of the creator or grantor, these statutory law trusts avoid probate fees and time delays. They definitely do. But they do not eliminate capital gains taxes. They do not eliminate estate or death taxes. They do not eliminate generation skipping taxes. They do not eliminate appraisal fees. They do not eliminate challenges by the court. They do not eliminate governmental controls. They do not eliminate lawsuits by potential creditors of the estate, so on and so forth. They also die with the death of the creator and are not allowed, they die with the creator and they are not allowed to exist beyond the life of the creator. Living trusts are also usually revocable by the creator, which allows the creator to take back the property at will, to amend, revoke, or terminate the trust arrangement, and therefore allows others through legal procedures to do the same. These statutory law trust arrangements have specific Internal Revenue Service code that pertains to their taxation, and therefore the assets are even accessible to them. The survival of your state, personal and or business, is dependent solely upon the fact and upon facts, not uninformed, incomplete, and incompetent advice disguised as fact. Gurus. Fear is the single deadliest enemy of the common person, man or woman, and fear is the greatest ally of the ignorant professional or neighborhood know-it-all lawyer and or accountant. Until you demand a complete accounting of evidence that will support someone's advice, all that you have worked for or ever intended to acquire will continually be exposed to real, not imagined, asset-threatening predators. Bottom line, allowing irresponsible opinions to influence any decision could mean that you have volunteered to become a potentially unwitting victim. Always demand all the facts before making any decision, or really not trust. Those in trustee training understand these things. They are most commonly referred to as Massachusetts business trusts, also known as either contractual business organizations, Illinois land trusts, unincorporated business organizations, business trust organizations, common law trusts, peer or peer equity trust, a blind trust, an express trust, or a contractual company. But they are not trusts. The most all-inclusive phrase to describe the type of business organization detailed is to call it the pure or true, this is Heck versus Malley, and unassociated and non-equitable, Bouchard versus First People's Trust, Massachusetts Common Law Business Trust Contractual Organization, or a common law contract in trust form. It's a contract cast in the form of a trust. Contract cast in the form of a trust. It's a contract cast in the form of a trust. It's a contract cast in the form of a trust. It is helpful to divide all trusts into two very distinct classes. Here we go. Those which are birthed from the inalienable right to contract unlimited, and those created by privilege of the state, public versus private. To state it in the simplest terms, a trust is a right of property, real or personal, held by one party for the benefit of another. A trust, then, is a contract in which an individual, variously called the creator, trustor, settlor, or grantor, transfers or exchanges property, either real or personal, to one or more trustees, private individuals, or professional companies to be held or managed for one or more beneficiaries. There are many types of trusts in use today for a variety of purposes. I cannot talk about them all. I told you there's over 80 different types of trusts. But they include Crummy trusts, inter vivos trusts, both revocable and irrevocable testamentary trusts, generation skipping trusts, spendthrift trusts, foreign trusts, and many, many more. It is a powerful entity by which individuals may combine their resources to operate a business for profit. A business trust is created when one or more individuals convey, transfer, or exchange legal title to assets to the trustees. The trustees have vested power to manage and control all assets to which title was conveyed, transferred, or exchanged, and to pay the profits of the enterprise to the persons who hold beneficial interest in the trust. The type of trust that most want to pursue is Massachusetts or contract business trust. Most people are looking for foreign trusts and these 9A trusts and don't understand. Most honest attorneys are complex trusts or the mechanics, and they weren't taught the mechanics of 1041 or, in non-legislative complex trusts. West Publishing Company, which is a major law book publisher who presently publishes over 60 volumes of horn books, provides less than one volume on the subject of trust law. Likewise, the Corpus Juris Secundum, which contains approximately 130 volumes encompassing all major subjects considered important to American attorneys, dedicates less than one volume to trusts. And the primary subject matter discussed in that volume is the statutory inter vivos revocable family living trust variety. American jurisprudence has two, one on trusts and one on business trusts. I think the trust is 72 and the business trust is like 9, or I don't know what book it is. In order to clearly and thoroughly answer the question with what type of trust or what type of trust you want to do your dance with, you might want to understand truly what a trust is. Modern cases support the view that a business trust is an unincorporated business organization created by an instrument by which property is held and managed by trustees for the benefit and profit of such persons as may or may become the holders of transferable certificates, evidencing the beneficial interests in the trust estate. Schoenhank versus Folsom, the trust is a comprehensive institution. Institutional government, huh? It is as general and as elastic as a contract. It originated and was reduced to practice under the jurisdiction, of course, by the civil law, was expanded and developed in the courts of chancery, and has been employed in nearly every field of human activity of late years. It has been and is utilized in the field of commerce and trade as a substitute for the corporation or partnership organization. Such a trust is created by the execution of a declaration of trust by one or more trustees to whom there has been or will presently be transferred or exchanged the property or money which is to constitute the corpus of the trust. When the express trust is used as an agency of commerce, having an economic reality along with a business interest, is commonly known as a business trust. And its basis in the law of contract and does not depend upon any statute for its existence, it is sometimes called a common law trust. It may be stated as a general proposition that anyone competent to contract may make such disposition of legal title to his or her property as he or she pleases, may annex such conditions and limitations to its enjoyment as he or she chooses, and may vest it in trustees for the purpose of carrying out her or his intention. He or she has the same power to create trust as he or she has to alienate the legal title to his or her property. Schumann versus Hank. An exchange is a reciprocal transfer of property as distinguished from a transfer of property for money or consideration only. Treasury Regulation 118.39.112. You can exchange a lot of things into a trust and the reason for the exchange, hey, why'd you exchange it in there? For future projected income. I stand to get paid in the future. So you didn't get paid anything right then, so it's not a tie. And if you never get paid, quote, paid in the future as an exchanger or a trustee, is there a taxable event? Ask yourself that question. Legal definitions. The legal definition for business trust that I just said describe a flexible and efficient business organization. The flexibility of a business trust admits considerable latitude in adapting the organization to unusual requirements of the particular enterprise. In fact, the business trust was historically such an attractive vehicle for conducting business that John Sears, the guy who founded the Sears Company, in his authoritative work, Trust Estates as Business Companies, not that John Sears, maintained that the business trust represented the ideal toward which much corporate legislation has strived and will continue to strive in vain. But the contractual business trust described within is not the same as a traditional Massachusetts-type business trust due to changes in the tax laws in the 1930s and the rise of a great deal of statute laws regulating many aspects of both the corporation and the traditional business trust. The use of the business trust described herein has required several modifications in order to achieve all the desired benefits. A properly constructed business trust of the type established for the purpose of operating an ongoing business must possess certain characteristics. First, I'm going to get to the jewels, right? First, the business trust must be a non-grantor trust formed under the common law and constitutional right of contract. A non-grantor trust. The IRS recognizes three types of trust: simple, grantor, and complex. You need to study those. A business trust is often referred to as a common law trust because it finds its basis in the law of contract and does not depend upon any statute for its existence, but it is not a common law trust. This raises the distinction between statutory trusts and common law trusts, such as the business trust. Most trusts formed by attorneys today are statutory in nature. This also distinguishes the business trust from the corporation. The right to be a corporation and to exercise corporate powers is derived from the state. The power which creates has the power to destroy. The state has the right to limit the period of existence of its creature, the corporation, to provide conditions to the precedent or subsequent by laws existing. Feel what I'm saying? The state has the right to limit the existence of its creature, the corporation, to provide conditions precedent or subsequent by laws existing at the time of its creation or by laws subsequently passed to destroy its existence for such reasons as may seem to the legislature sufficient. You gotta understand the difference between public and private. The business trust that we're talking about is not a creature of the state or a statute. It owes its existence to the common law and constitutional right of contract. Second, in order to have a valid contract, there must be a valid offer and acceptance of valuable consideration. B, two or more parties involved. C, parties who are of legal age and competent understanding. And D, a termination date. A lot of people don't put a termination date in a private trust contracts and wonder why they ain't getting, respected. Third, there can be no division of ownership or title in the trust assets. A lot of times you'll hear that the trust, the title to the assets is bifurcated, with beneficial title being held by the beneficiaries and equitable title being held by the trustees. Well, check this out. There can be no division of ownership in the trust assets. In the past, traditional business trusts were normally established with the trustee holding legal title to the trust corpus and the beneficiary holding equitable title in the form of shares of beneficial interest. But Due to changes in the tax laws and in order to achieve all the desired benefits, all evidences of ownership, both legal and equitable title, must reside in the trustee. This form of absolute ownership by the trustee is referred to as fee simple absolute. This kind of allodial ownership enables the trustee to manage and dispose of the trust assets in whatever manner he may wish, in keeping with the terms specified in the trust document, of course. Furthermore, the trust must be under the administration of an independent third-party trustee. The trust is irrevocable. It is managed by the trustee, who may appoint officers or agents. Fourth, the business trust, like all trusts, must have beneficiaries. Some companies selling trusts, gurus, try to tell you that their trusts have something else. But a rose is a rose, no matter what you call it. Units of certificates or interest are still units of certificates or interest, no matter what you call them. Therefore, the receiver of any distribution of a trust is a holder of at least one unit of interest or a fractional part thereof. Always got to have beneficiaries. A lot of people be missing a lot of this stuff, and you don't even know. You're going to open up accounts and do all this stuff in the public, and don't even understand that this entity that you're administering is being construed as a statutory entity. And fifth, my bad, the trust must avoid those corporate attributes which would cause it to be treated and taxed like a corporation under statutory provisions regulating corporations. The four corporation attributes are: 1, centralized management; 2, continuity of life. Like LLCs, they can operate perpetually as long as they're renewed in a timely manner, or in a timely fashion. And that's only possible through corporate structures due to the granting from the legislature. 3, limited personal liability of the trustees. And 4, easy transferability of beneficial interest in the trust. If the trust possesses any 3 of these attributes, it will be treated as a corporation. As long as the business trust established to operate a business does not have the attributes of a corporation, it will not be treated or taxed like a corporation, but rather taxed as a 1041 complex trust. A business trust of the type described here is referred to as a pure trust or true trust, or pure equity or pure business trust. Why use a contract business trust? In general, and in general terms, a business trust will provide benefits and flexibility not available with any other form of business organization. As a result, it is finding some new contemporary usages. Yeah, I said usages, y'all. An article in the Wall Street Journal illustrates one of the many uses of a business trust. Rupert Murdoch was confronted with a legal hurdle in owning both a newspaper and a television station in the same market. He solved the problem by placing the station into a business trust. By doing so, Mr. Murdoch divested himself of legal ownership while retaining effective control of the assets by means of conditions stipulated in the trust document. Mr. Murdoch also retained all of the benefits derived from the profitable operation of the trust, since his news corporation was trust's named beneficiary holder of the capital units. In further indication of the growing interest in business trusts, the state of Ohio wrote an entire chapter of their state code, which is Ohio State Code, subsection 1746, which recognizes the legitimacy of business trusts. An entire state code subsection. And the state of Delaware recently updated its statutes regarding such trusts. The proper design and use of a business trust will provide at least 4 important and specific benefits. Organization. A proper business trust will provide an effective and efficient form of business organization very similar to a corporation, but without the above-mentioned corporate attributes. And you can check that out. That's the Ashwandar rule, the Ashwandar doctrine. It's a court case. Ashwander, ASH, I think it's WANDR. Liability protection. The proper design and use of a business trust should provide the highest degree of professional liability protection. It is a fact established at law that the beneficiary of an ordinary trust is not personally liable to third persons for torts committed by the trustee. With the business trust, potential liability claims are limited to the assets of the trust. This protection can be enhanced by separating high-risk assets, equipment, or processes into separate trusts and then triple net leasing assets back from the trust. Further, the assets of a business trust are exempt in the absence of fraudulent conveyance within 1 year prior to a bankruptcy from the claims and actions of personal creditors. Tax management. A properly designed and operated business trust can provide the ability to control, manage, and perhaps limit both estate and current tax liability. For example, the 1988 Social Security Handbook states on page that the beneficiary of a trust which operates a trade or business is not engaged in the trade or business because the trust, rather than the beneficiary, is engaged in the activity. So you're like, are you effectively engaged in it? What is it? Are you effectively connected with a trade or business within the United States? No, I'm the beneficiary of a private contract or business trust that is effectively connected with a trade or business within the United States. But I am not effectively. I'm private. And that's how, man, look, man. Furthermore, a properly designed and operated complex business trust is not subject to the corporate tax on dividends. According to the Internal Revenue Code, a trust that distributes all of its income each year to its beneficiaries is allowed to treat such distributions as a deduction to the trust, resulting in no taxable income to the trust. The beneficiaries will be required to declare the income as a taxable income on their own personal returns. If the income of a complex trust is not distributed, then the trust is required to pay taxes. This provides a significant advantage over a corporate structure. Simple contractual business trusts are required to pass all income to the beneficiaries every single year. Estate plan. A business trust will provide important estate considerations because the business and its assets are owned in fee simple absolute, meaning both legal and equitable title together by the fiduciary trustee. There is no probate, no transfer of ownership, no disclosure of assets. The business itself may continue uninterrupted with a successor, operator, manager, agent, trustee appointed by the trustee, included by a surviving spouse, child, or hired employee. This is right here. This is from a document.
60 seconds.
If you're interested in this document, I'll email it to you, man. Email me at admin@welcometothefoundation.com. We got about 60 seconds left in broadcast. If you're listening online, you want to call in 424-222-5250. Otherwise, you will be cut off. That's 424-222-5250. But, like I said, this is from a document that I have in a PDF form that I will send you. All you gotta do is say May 13th show document. You ain't gotta say nothing. Put it in the subject line. Show document May 13th, and I'll know exactly what you're talking about. Foundation.com. Admin@welcometothefoundation.com. I know a lot of people get emails from the email list, and it tells you the show's coming on and stuff. That's info@welcometothefoundation.com. I do not check that thing. And there's a lot of people that had emailed or replied to the email, looking for the document, and they were unable to receive it because I wouldn't be checking that email, man. And then I finally checked it and felt bad because so many people had asked for the document, and I had to send it to them. So If you ever want a document from the foundation, you got to email me at admin@welcometothefoundation.com. If you have access to any other email, info or support or knowledge or returns or whatever at welcometothefoundation.com, don't use those. Are unmonitored, man. Straight up unmonitored. So, like I said, I'm reading this from a document. It's a PDF. I can send it to you. admin@welcometothefoundation.com. It's a really cold document. It is cold. And if you take your time and read it and understand and comprehend what you read, and that's the biggest thing. People may not read, and then people who do read, most of them don't comprehend or understand what they're reading. And it takes, discipline to stop and look up definitions, words, and so on and so forth, and continue. And it may take you 20 minutes to get through a paragraph, and that may hurt your ego. And boo-hoo. Poor baby. We don't worry about the boo-hoo. We chugga, choo-choo. We keep it moving, fam. We keep it moving. All this simple emotional stuff. That stuff didn't got me nowhere this whole time, so I'm on some other stuff. So that's what it is, man. Like I said. www.welcometothefoundation.com. It's like 1999 when I say www. Who says that anymore? Nobody says that. That's my fault, y'all. And check out the education tab. We're doing a 50% off everything on the website. 50%, but you do not get it from the website. You got to email me, admin@welcometothefoundation.com, and say, yo, the 50% off from the website. And I'm be like, yo, what do you want? Be like, yo, I want this. I'm going to send you an invoice. You satisfy the invoice, and you'll get whatever you trying to get off of the education tab. $50% off everything at the website. But you got to email me, admin@welcometothefoundation.com. Because I can't go in and change the numbers. Can't go in and change the prices, man. That's why I got to email me. So that's what it is, Like I said, most of these, gurus, man, they'll set you up in like, man, I'm telling you this whole 12-step Fisher Price, my first trust kit with stickers and stuff, man. But when and if it comes to, mentorship, administration, or, opening accounts or defending actions, man, they disappear. They poof. The ninja vanish. And I'm just saying, you owe it to yourself to jump into a mentorship, into an actual training, not to just get a bunch of PDFs and maybe some documents sent to you in the mail, and then that's it. No, you owe yourself to get into a training. We were taught to learn in a certain way, and it was based off of how we learned in the first place. It was just hijacked or usurped. But, there's something to say to you getting into training. And if you're interested in trustee training from the foundation, email me, admin@welcometothefoundation.com. And we'll get into it. You get into trust, and trust opens up the door for a lot of stuff and a lot of different things. But this is the foundation. You want to get into other stuff, you want to get into doing your dance with instruments and stuff, this is the foundation. There's a reason why this is the foundation. I'm telling you. There's a reason why I don't talk about that stuff. I let Yusuf talk about that stuff. Because Yusuf is much more, educated on the matter than I am when it comes to that dance. But I know this is the foundation, and he'll tell you. Ask him. Yo, Yusuf, is trust law and contract law the foundation? And he'll probably say, yeah, before you finish. And there's two things that we agreed on. So, or you can keep doing what you're doing. You know what you're doing. You grown. You got it all figured out, man. You know what you can and cannot do. You got all these excuses and all these reasons and all this stuff. All these reasons, these people in other situations and things to blame. It's up to you, man. This free will out here. Ain't nobody gonna come save you. Gonna swoop down and grab you and bring you to where you need to be, and tap your forehead and suddenly you got all the knowledge that you need to do whatever you need to do. That's not gonna happen. But there are mentors out there. There's people that are willing to help you to get where you're trying to go. no matter where you're trying to go, if you approach, the mentors properly. And, I specifically choose to specifically mentor on, properly interfacing with the public when it comes to translating your energy, your life's energy, into money or cash or whatever. And doing the best we can do to avoid some kind of weird correlating taxation of our energy when we exchange our energy for goods, services, so on and so forth, because we have to exchange our energy into a specific medium of exchange first, and then exchange that medium of exchange into the actual goods, services, and commodities that we want. In order to properly maneuver around and away from that type of situation, you have to use entities that are not governed, created, or allowed technically by legislation. Allowed mean they don't, say, hey, you can do this. You got to know that it can be done. And that's the foundation. You can't understand that, good luck. But get it together. So, private trustee training. Welcome to the foundation. Admin at welcometothefoundation.com. I'll let you know what it is, let you know what to do. But, make your choice. This stuff is going crazy, man. This is crazy. Watch. The market's going to go down lower. I'm willing to bet money on that. It's not over. It is not over. And then, this fall, this winter, is more than likely going to be resurgence of the virus. What do you think that's going to do to the economy? Jobs and stuff. And when they start opening the economy back up in the United States, there's going to be jobs that don't reopen, man. So, I've been doing this for over 4 years. I've been trying to get people ready for this. I saw this stuff coming in. I wanted to, have an effect that would help, effectuate change in people's lives. And, I'm trying to change your life. I'm trying to help change your life and your quality of life. I'm dead serious. Quality of life means you live differently. It means you can, you eat better. You sleep better. The products, the clothes you have are better. They're of higher quality. You convert your energy at a higher rate through specific knowledge, man. I'm trying to help change your life, man. But, many are called, few are chosen, right? But I jump on here every single week because I love y'all, and I'm really looking out. Speaking of looking out, y'all want to get up with these carrot bars. This gold is going up. It ain't going to stop, man. Like I said, Goldman Sachs says it's going to be 3 Gs. An ounce is going to get to the point where we can't afford ounces or half ounces or quarter ounces or even tenths of an ounce. That, grams and, tenths of grams is really what's up. So, if you're interested in, jumping in the carrot bars, hit me up. I'll email you all the information. But make sure you just get the cash gold. Don't get anything else besides the cash gold. No. But admin at welcometothefoundation.com, and it is what it is. It's free to sign up. You ain't got to pay nothing to sign up. It's free. But yeah, that's about it with the show, yo. Obviously, you can hear them wrapping up, right? I just want to get specific, the fundamentals of a private contract business trust. The fundamentals of a private trust, period. Fundamentally, straight from the Supreme Court horse mouth. The mouth of the horse mouth. From the court and the horse. Horse face. Supreme Court peeps. But, I trust that you've gained some sort of wisdom or insight on the subject or topic, on your journey, wherever you're headed. Because, I think it's, to have this type of knowledge, to understand what's good, and to continue to use these public entities is irresponsible and lazy. 100%. So, I take a phone call or two. But lately, I just been feeling like doing the shows because I prep for them and just getting up out of here. But I'm gonna jump on the line. Let me jump on the line real quick. If anybody wants, you can press 1 on your keypad. But what do you think? What do you think of the fundamentals? What do you think of the presentation of the fundamentals of the private contract business? What do you think? What I'm saying? What do you think? 484-0472. Peace. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Peace, good brother. What's up with you, man? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Peace.
Peace, good brother. This is Dave Turner, man. I just want everybody in this line to know they definitely have to get in that trustee training. I'm not even trying to be funny. That joint literally changed my family's life, man. Let me put in the proper wording for it, right? The proper administration of my family estate has now literally changed my family's life. I learned that from you, so I want you to know that, good brother. Appreciate you, man.
Hey, I'm glad. I'm just happy to be a part of it, man. It's my pleasure. Appreciate you.
This is how real it is. I can't go into too much detail because it's the puzzle we're talking on right now. And now I can literally say, man, like where we're at, I can literally say the family estate that we administer has all the bills in its names, man. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I was going to hit you tomorrow and tell you this. I had to share this with everybody, man. Real rap, man.
Congratulations.
Like literally, man. You moved across the country, good brother. Thank you, man. Movers come pick the joint up tomorrow. All I can say is, everybody on this line, man, I gotta listen to this brother, man. He literally changed people's lives, man. Y'all ain't listening, man. Y'all wasting your time. That's all I'm gonna say. Have a great night, good brother. Peace.
Appreciate you, Dave, man. Appreciate you. Peace to the trustees. Peace to the guys. Salute, man. Salute to the trustees, man. Appreciate that. Was man, hey, I ain't had a, I haven't had, testimonial like that in a minute. I don't like the word testimony, testify, test code. But yeah, man, appreciate you, Dave. Hey, and it's my pleasure. I'm telling you, man, this stuff changed my life. So I'm not selfish, I'm not greedy, and I'm not trying to be the token Negro in nobody's circle. You know what I'm saying? So it was only natural for me to do what I did, just turn around and come back. But I didn't come all the way back. Of course not. I ain't gonna go back to the level where I started at. But at the same time, man, look, I'm trying to do that dance. I'm trying to do that dance, man. But hey, I'm glad to be a part of helping change your life. It was you though. It was you. You did it, and your peoples who helped you did it. I just helped you facilitate the dance. But I appreciate you, man. It's all love. 205-3160 area code 205-3160. Peace. What's your name? You calling from? 205-3160. 60. Hit your mute button. Try to mute. You muted yourself. You accidentally push 1 on your keypad. Because, you got to push, the key. Because usually it just has mute and hold and stuff. You got to push something else and then push 1 on your keypad. I'll try you later. 205-4147. Area code 205 in the house. 205-4147. Peace. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Greetings. Yes, indeed. Snap the brick in the foundations. Your brother Mello Bay.
Mello. What's going on, man?
Sir, indeed. Just getting in, bro. Just getting in. You know what I'm saying? Reporting live from Clinton, Alabama, down here. You dig down south. So, yes, sir, indeed. Well advocate. You know what I'm saying? On the trust setup, real spit. I remember, bro, when you shot the U-Bot. I mean, they gotta get in tune with the U-Bot. You know what I mean? The unincorporated and incorporated business trust. You feel me? So there's no way. I mean, that joint. When you sent that joint, I was sitting there, boy. We was in me and my bro Kush. You remember Kush? The brother Kush. Yeah, man. We was in that joint for days, on the porch, getting it in. With bushes and everything, meditating, getting it in, taking down notes and everything. You see what I'm saying? And I'm just saying, honestly, there will be some terms, and also, you know what I'm saying, there will be some interchangeably used, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, forms and phrases of information that you may not be familiar with. But at the same time, don't let that knock you. Keep going, keep pushing. Like my bro say, you know what I mean? No boo-hoo, chugga chugga choo-choo. We keep moving with this thing, what it do, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like this. Don't feel bad if you're not able to comprehend certain things, because I'm going to be real with you from the introduction. You know, it wasn't really, you know, baffling and mind twisting for me and boggling, because I guess like they always say, people who are actually successful, they love what they do, okay? And that's the thing about this. You got to, if you got the knack and the energy and the want and the drive and the passion to be able to be self-sustainable, to go in business for yourself, to be able to, you know, preserve, create something, pass it down, you know what I'm saying, and change the condition and better life. If you're really passionate about that, then you'll get through certain terms, certain interchangeable phrases that you're not, you know, aware of, and keep pushing. Because I'm gonna be real with you, it's the passion, it's the drive will get you through, and you got to have it, especially when you get into these contracts, different things of nature. Don't get worn by it. Like, just think about the importance of what you're doing it for and why you're doing it. You see what I'm saying? We're willing to do certain things that most are not, so we can live like most will not. So that's just what that is, really, man. I mean, on a real note, there's a lot of things that go over our head and under our nose. You know what I'm saying? But don't stop there. You know what I'm saying? Do your due diligence. You know what I'm saying? Be honorable. Stand up. Be upright. Be fearless. You know what I'm saying? And have, as my man say, you know what I mean, come to this thing, you know what I'm saying, with pure heart, clean hands, pure heart, good intentions. Real spit. It'll get you through every time. Every time. They said business, honesty is the best policy when doing business. So be honest with yourself. You know what I mean? Get through the policy correct. You know what I'm saying? With proper information. Because a lot of people out here got a lot of information, fam. They'll finesse you, and, you know, they will dazzle you. You know what I'm saying? With all these things, and dial here, call here, check my site out. I'll send you this document for this amount of money, X amount, and then it's just like this. Once you apply that bogus information, you're gonna have to be held accountable for that. You see what I'm saying? And when you go looking for your Google, man, they gone. They out the door. They got your payment and other payments, and they balled, and they out. Not concerned about your well-being. You know what I'm saying? Whether or not, if your family actually have a foundation to protect and preserve and pass on. So yeah, I mean, y'all gotta be careful out here. And if you tune into this show right here, I'm gonna be real with you. An advocate for some years now. You in the right spot. You in divine timing. It's calculated. You dig? So, you know, when you tune in, do break out your notepads. You know what I'm saying? Soak it up, absorb it. Go into the archives. You know what I'm saying? Stay active. Stay active, not passive. That's what's going to get us through this thing. We already all in it anyway together. We in this thing together, y'all. But how you go through it, that what determines a lot. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, no doubt, man. Unincorporated business trust, you know what I'm saying, incorporated, you know what I'm saying, trust in general. We was always asked, what is the most major, most valuable asset? It's yourself. So, I mean, if you don't value that, who will? You know, we don't want our heirs of our state coming up inheriting more disease and debt. Come on, fam. I mean, that's where we at right now in a sense. But change is always taking place. You did. So, yeah, man, let's create something. You know what I'm saying? Let's create some more avenues, some better opportunities. You feel me? So it can be a better world once we transmigrate. So, yeah, that's definitely what it is, though. So, you know, I just give thanks, though, bro. Like I always say, can't say it enough. Give thanks to the Creator, the ancestors, the forefathers, and the foremothers, forerunners, all those amongst us. You feel me? Brother Yusuf, Big Uncle Yusuf L. You know what I mean? So L. You know what I'm saying? The brother Chris, no doubt. The Vault, all that. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's another brick in the foundation, though. You know what I mean? I'm just thankful. You know what I'm saying? I come in, tuned in, jump off the clock. Sometimes I still have work boots on. But it's worth it, though. It's worth sitting here listening to this brother here disseminate information that can change our condition as a whole, as a nation. So, yeah, let's do it. My hat goes off. Everything goes off, fam. matter of fact, there's no amount of dollar. There's no amount of value of dollar that's actually worth changing and bettering your condition and even being in control of it. That's priceless. So, it is what it is, man. I'm thankful. I'm always thankful. I'm quite sure y'all can hear it in my voice, you feel me? It's flowing through my vibe in the same vein, But yeah, no doubt, big brother. So, thank you once again. Dude, trust is important. You know what I'm saying? In every aspect. We said we love each other. We said we with it. We said we brothers and sisters. But hey, are you really dealing in trust though? That's the question. Are you really dealing in trust? So yeah, no doubt. Trust yourself and do the right thing. You know what I mean? Control what you got. Protect it, preserve it, pass it on. It's another brick in the foundation. I'm out. So, you know what I'm saying? It's your brother Mello Bay. Peace to the families. Give my families the love, you know what I'm saying? No doubt. You too, big brother. You know what I'm saying? Safe travels and all that, you know what I mean? And definitely, like always, you already know, we'll chop it up on the other side in the private. You dig? So, yeah. Respect everybody out there. Love, man. I'm going to fall back and you know what I'm saying, digress for a minute. But I'm here, though, so peace to the gods.
Peace to the gods, man. Love. It's all love. I love all of y'all. Love y'all, man. Love you, Mello. And y'all know what it is, man. I'm a grown-ass man. I ain't afraid to admit it. I ain't afraid to admit that I fuck up and make mistakes, man. I ain't afraid to admit that I be feeling ashamed sometimes of the things that I've done in the past and the way I treated people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not afraid to admit shit. I'm the seeker of truth. I'm the speaker of truth. And hopefully I can let that rub off on some of y'all, man, because we got to be truthful. We got to be honest in order for us to move out of our condition. We got to be accountable. So I appreciate people like you, Mello, because I know you being accountable. I know you being honest. You know what I'm saying? And, the effect that I have on people that say thank you and let me know that I'm doing my dance makes me continue to do this dance. That's why I'm doing it in the first place. So that's why I've been doing this for over 4 years. 4 years, man. You know what I'm saying? Over 40 months. I know that for sure. Now my man's in the Fed. We talking months. Fed cats and stuff. But, but for real, like, yeah, it's all love. And I don't mean in no weird way, on some old Hollywood, just saying it just to be saying it because it's cool. And I don't be on this information just so I can sound smart to other people. Because I ain't into all that ego dancing, man. The ego dance is weird. I don't like people around me who do that. But, it is what it is, man. So, Mel, I love you, man. You know what I'm saying? Dave, all the trustees. I love the trustees because the trustees are grinding. The trustees are hustling. The trustees are handling their life and their business. And they're learning a whole new lifestyle, and they're transitioning, and they're dealing with people in their life who don't understand what they're doing and what they're trying to do and how they changing stuff, and they scared, and they probably giving them blowback like, why we gonna lose everything, and blah, 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 and so said we go to jail for that. That's a scam. Man, the trustees is gods, man. Straight up, the trustees in training is gods, man. Demi-gods, they on their way, fam. So I respect all y'all, man. I respect you. I respect all the listeners. I respect anybody who can sit there with earbuds in their head for 2 hours listening to somebody talk because they want to get the knowledge, because they're trying to get out, because they're trying to move, because they're trying to learn, because they're just tired of this damn shit, man, and willing to really do anything to make it stop, make it change, make it better. So this is the energy, This is a lifestyle. This is the crew. This is the fam. And we do you right. We do this together. We in this together. We all in this together. I ain't no better than nobody, man. I just know a little bit. I read some more. I got put on. I had something to lose. I had things I needed to do for my family, for my children. Like I wasn't it was no excuse. I wasn't gonna take a no, nothing. No child support cases. None. 0. And not because like I'm better than anybody, just because that was my whole point. That was one of my missions. Like, nah, son, nope, that's what my dad went through, my mom's, nope. People in the hood hating, trying to get over on each other. I understand it. You know what I'm saying? We don't need to get over on each other if we all got something. If I got something, you got something, you ain't tripping on what I got because you got some shit. Like, oh, that's cool. What's up? And it's like we wasn't taught how to keep what we get, man. And that's the foundation, man. That's the foundation of knowledge that we need to just sit with for a second, man. It's not about being stupid or being slow or not being smart or the white people the smarter. It's none of that shit, man. It's none of it. So realize that, not being upset, not being angry, not being weird, not going and catching some charges, not going and just being mean and angry to people and harsh on your family and the people that love you and stuff. Foregoing all that, and on top of that, wanting to learn more and making sacrifices for it. Salute to everybody on the line. Salute to every trustee in trustee training. Salute to anyone that be checking this stuff out and ain't, you know what I'm saying, on TV, watching some, I don't know what is on TV these days. CSI, is that stuff still on? I don't know. I know football ain't on. Their life or to change someone else's life in a positive way deserves a thank you and a big up. Straight up. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing is right. Ain't nobody saying peace. Ain't nobody saying thank you. Ain't nobody saying, hey, keep it up. I'm saying that right now. Peace. Thank you. Keep it up. You got this. We all got this. So, with that being said, I'm going to keep hitting y'all with the same very, very specific type of vernacular. And drill it over and over. This is the foundation. This is the foundation. This is the foundation. What is the foundation? Trust and contract. Trust and contract. Trust and contract. Why contract? Because contract is private rights, man. It's the quickest way you can go private. It's the quickest way to correct your status, quote, quote. What is your status? Well, actually, I'm a trustee of a private contractual trust. Or actually, it's a private contract cast in the form of a trust. Trustee right now. Actually, you know, I was on my way in the middle of executing trust business. It was good. Quickly, fast. Boom. Where's your stuff in the trust? Creditors, debtors, collectors. Come and get it. Ooh, we're going to tear up your credit. Ooh, so? Got a corporation. Corporation got business credit. It's called LLC. What? You ain't mad? You mad. Why you mad? I remember I'd be mad. But they took my taxes. I'm mad. I ain't mad. Take my tax return. I understand this stuff now. Ain't going to happen. You can't do it. Nah. It's like playing basketball and the dude stripped my ball and they run down the score and stuff. I'm standing there feeling dumb, stupid. I'm going to come down the next time. He ain't going to do it again. You know what I'm saying? Nope. I ain't going to sit there and cry baby about it. But I tell you, you ain't going to get cookies again. Just come over here and try to get these cookies again. You won't get your ankles broke. Shake and bake layup. And that's how I look at this stuff, man. You know, we on the court, man. We on the court. It's tied up. Nope, it's not. We down. Actually, let's be honest. We down. We on the court. We down. Damn it. We got some hoopers out here, man. And like my man said, we in this together, man. So check this out. This is the foundation. Every time and every day I welcome you to the foundation, man. And you're welcome. Let's check out welcometothefoundation.com. You're welcome to email me and take advantage of the 50% off of everything on welcometothefoundation.com, the education tab. You know, you're welcome to email me and request, you know, the document that I was reading from this evening, and I'll send it to you for free. You're welcome to go to welcometothefoundation.com, check out the PDFs, and read all them joints. You're welcome to do that. You're welcome to join trustee training at any point in time that you feel necessary, need to. Feeling all weird, waking up. You feel better when you're doing the things you know you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about. If you ever did something you know you're supposed to do, maybe you didn't want to do it, but as soon as you got it done, you felt great. And you felt better than not doing it and doing what you wanted to do because you knew the whole time you was doing what you wanted to do that you had something you were supposed to do. So it is what it is, man. Private trust to bust. But we don't worry about the woo-hoo. We chugga, choo-choo. That's the dance, man. So we're going to keep it moving. And, you know, hey, get up. You fall down, get up. So what? Like, I used to be on stage and stuff, or about to get off stage and, sometimes maybe be a little nervous or something. And, just remember. I will always want you to remember, like I remember every day. Nobody can do it like you. Maybe people can do what you do, but they can't do it like you. You got your own unique signature that is simply you, and you must create, because if you don't, you're killing yourself, and you're disturbing your ancestors, and you're stifling your creative power. And you let your spirit free when you can fully create and know that all your creations are protected because you're private. But hey, that's just me, man. That's just me. I would like to say peace to all y'all. Take care of yourself, Stay healthy. Stay safe. Stay appreciative. Stay grateful. And, remain humble. Treat people how you want to be treated. But most importantly, look at the people that you deal with, that you care about, and imagine, you saying, all right, man, see you later, and then you never see him again, And what is all the things that you wish you wouldn't have said or you would have said, and, man, try to live your life every day like that. Like every moment is possibly the last moment. Because in my opinion, it's the most fulfilling way to live. But, I love y'all. This is for y'all. I really do. And I trust that y'all have a great week. I trust that you'll enjoy yourself. You find time to enjoy yourself. You find time to take care of yourself. But, you continue to handle your business. Put your head down. Work hard. And don't worry about what anybody else is doing. Because it's none of your business. Worry about yourself. Worry about your stuff. And get it done. Handle it. And if you need some assistance from me, email me. admin@welcometothefoundation.com. And I got your back. But, catch you next time on the same station, same click, high frequency. It's the team. Y'all wish Yusuf El a happy birthday. Y'all have a great week. Make sure you send 10 things that you're thankful for before you go to sleep tonight. And I'll catch you next week, same time, same place. The Foundation here on High Frequency Radio Network. Peace to the guys.
Doing this thing all the way live. High Frequency Radio.